What's more offensive to you inside of the sports journalism realm? That Greg Cody of the Miami Herald would have one reaction to the Dolphins' first-round pick, and then a couple of days later, when no games have been played, change his mind and apologize? Or Tony going from calling the Orlando Magic a joke clown car of a franchise to 4 games later saying they're going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals?
I think we give Tony, or at least we hold off on giving it to Tony over the Magic. You got to win 4 in the first round, Dan, not 3, okay? If the Pistons come back and win this series, then Tony will be absolutely right, because a joke of a franchise would blow a 3-1 lead, all right? So maybe he's actually prescient here.
Thank you. He's not prescient when a team's winning, shooting 32% and 38% because of how bad the Pistons are. Cade Cunningham having 24 turnovers in 3 games is something that hasn't been seen in the sport before. That's lunacy for their best player to be that bad. And then all of a sudden you've got a Kane dunk that Tony's also making an all-timer. He's putting it on the all-time list of best dunks he's ever seen.
In game, that might be one of the best dunks I've ever seen. Obviously, we had the Vince Carter in game where he jumps over the guy from France who's 7 feet tall, which was incredible. But as far as like catching a body,
Weiss.
Yeah, thank you. You're good with names, by the way.
I know.
Well, that is a memorable one, though. It's all we know about Frederick Weiss is that Vince Carter jumped over the entirety of him.
We know something else, that the Knicks drafted him over Ron Artest, and he never showed up.
Well, you know that. I believe most people, if I say Frederick,
it's a good nugget,
Weiss, though. It is a good nugget, but
the Knicks.
What's a better nugget is a human being jumped over a 7-footer and dunked during the Olympics, jumped over the entirety of a 7-footer.
Again, that's why I said that stands in the pantheon of great in-game dunks. But Jamal Cain caught a body, cranked it back, and then finished throughout. It was incredible.
So great in-game dunks. You're talking Vince Carter, Blake Griffin, Anthony Edwards, Jamal Cain?
I mean, again, take the names out of it. You want to put LeBron James there, and he does exactly what he did. Like, it's an all-timer. The same thing, the Jason Terry alley-oop where LeBron dunks it over him. That's a great moment, too.
Let's all relive that.
Yeah, but
Wade on Verjao.
That's a good one, too.
Oh, his sneakers were facing up.
The thing you guys are doing, though, is they're all-time dunks, but they're also all-timers dunking. It's just not allowed to be Jamal Cain.
Early in his career, Dan. He's got a lot of time left.
But it's not allowed to be Jamal Cain. It can't be an all-time dunk if it's not an all-time dunker.
This guy's just trying to distract from the fact that he was taking a victory lap all year on Cade Cunningham.
Whoa. We're talking about the Magic right now, please.
Well, let's talk about the Pistons because Amin got this right. They cannot shoot. And yesterday they were trusting Tobias Harris and Duncan Robinson a lot, and that's dangerous to do when 2/5 of your starting lineup is Tobias Harris. And your 2 best guys have been terrible in this series. Like, your 2 all-stars have also been terrible, but the Magic winning that game, the Magic and the Raptors winning their games this weekend. Did the Raptors shoot 11% from 3? Did they shoot 32% for the
terrible.
game? And they shot 11. How do you win those games? That's all just length on the perimeter defending. You've got just athletes defending in Orlando and Toronto, and you can win a game shooting 32% that way.
Well, styles make fights, and Amin and I were talking just before we got going here. Suggs is a problem in terms of a point of attack defender. He is giving Detroit all they can handle. It seems as though Orlando is specially equipped for the Detroit Pistons.
I have to stop short of patting myself on the back on that one. If you had asked me, because remember, I was telling, I don't know about these Pistons. They were number 1. There was a time when they were number 1 in the league, better than the Thunder even. And I said, I don't know about these Pistons. I don't know. And I talked about experience, and Dan was like, you keep going back to experience. You like the old guys. I'm like, look, man, I just know that when it comes to execution basketball, you need people who know what they're doing. And one playoff trip where you gave the Knicks a good fight, that's not enough experience to overcome your lack of shooting, your lack of free throw shooting, and your turnover problem, and the fact that you have one player who makes all the plays. Now, had you said to me, Amin, you know who's going to do it to them? The Orlando Magic? I'd be like, come on, let's not be ridiculous. So that's where I stopped short. I'm not going to say I saw this coming from Orlando, but I definitely saw it coming to Detroit.
To the Jalen Suggs point, by the way, his stat line, 1 for 13 from the floor, 1 for 11 from 3, plus 17 for the game.
Yeah, but I told you about this. Charlotte had trouble getting the ball over half court on him. Like, he's a problem defending the perimeter.
Hit subscribe for more news, highlights, and analysis from the NBA on NBC.